Welcome to our board, our members, our soon-to-be members, and our guests. Quite a year. 1,700 members, 69 sponsors now, quite a jump. Committee work that was outstanding. On the technology side, we had Vault. If you haven't been to the website, it's cga-vault.com. They are in the exhibit hall. They can explain it, walk you through it. We need manufacturers to get their equipment description in on the website. Get it in. It'll be worth it for you in the long run, I assure you. DIRT, great report. 350,000 damages we estimate in 2012. We'll see what 13 says. Still too much. We've got to bring it down. We were at 700,000 when we started looking at this in 2004 and 5, so we're still a long way from a number that I think we'd all be happy with. More submitters than ever. I think we heard there were 64 new submitters since November, so that's great. Those of you who do not submit damages, think about it. We'd love to have your input. We announced also that in 2013, we'll publish transmission, distribution, and telecom reports, as well as the overall DIRT report. And let's remember, when people call, 99% of the time, the industry does it right. So let's get people to call. Our best practices, it's our Bible. It's the most downloaded item on the website. It's what people live by. It's definitely helping a lot of states determine what course of action to take in the future and where they should be heading. It's always fascinating to see the best practices committee. Yesterday, I think they had 100 people or so at the committee meeting. It's great to see the dialogue and heading towards the best practices you can all agree to. Terrific work. Education. I can do a lot and say a lot, but in summary, we had $4 million in advertising equivalency thanks to the work of the Education Committee and all of you. So that's just a great job, and it's getting the word out. OCSI, our front door to damage prevention. Millions in advertising from the groups, a passion for damage prevention and leadership. Great work, OCSI. Advocacy, they've just about finalized their plan. We are thrilled. They will make a huge difference in helping states to get the results that they need to get to reduce damages. Regional partners, sharing of information, knowledge, and ideas. Keep up the great work. And then we get down to just basic statistics. One of the ones I read or Googled, I guess, this past year is we have, as you cross this country by plane, and many of you fly a lot, you realize that if you didn't realize, there are 2.6 million miles of paved roads. So when you fly over these interstates and you fly over New York and California and Phoenix and you see all these paved roads from the air, it's just fascinating. Well, guess what? There's 2.7 million miles of pipeline, and you don't see any of those. So more pipeline in the ground than roads you see from the air, and then if you want to go farther, you find out that there are 7 times that number in other facilities buried underground. So with 19 million miles of facilities, you have one heck of a job to do to keep them safe. And my favorite stat, PHMSA. PHMSA publishes results every year on the number of incidences with a serious injury or fatality. And since they've been gathering damage data in 1986 and keeping these statistics, 2012 was the best year ever, the fewest number of incidences with either an injury or a fatality. That means people are going home to their families at night. There is no better statistic. That's what we're here for. Let's do it right. Let's keep doing it. Let's get that down to 0. That is the key statistic for all of us. On February 26th, there was a PHMSA meeting of the Gas and Liquid Advisory Committees. A number of you participate in this committee, a number of our board members. And Carl Weimer, many of you who know Carl, he's the head of the Pipeline Safety Trust. I hate the word watchdog. It doesn't connote something I like to think about, but he is sort of the public advocate, if you wish, on this committee. And he often has some words from his perspective that are maybe not as positive as we'd like them to be. But he did say, damage prevention. Certainly the Common Ground Alliance, one of the reasons you see the number of incidents decreasing, especially in distribution pipelines, is because of all the great work the Common Ground Alliance has done. So thanks to you for that. That's just great to see and great to hear. Last year, CGA launched 2 highly successful social media sweepstakes thanks to the company names that you see on the screen behind me. Thanks again to Shell Pipeline for the opportunity to launch Spring to Sonoma, and to 3M for Dig and Dega. We made some history. You see, in one in two homeowners who will dig this year will watch or attend a NASCAR race. Additionally, if Facebook were a country, it would be the third largest in population. We married the two together to rally an additional 20,000 followers that we can actually engage with daily. That is a big number. As another thank you, and to encourage others in the audience to get involved, we are now going to draw for the autographed 3M deck lid, the trunk, from the August 11th race, 8/11 last year at Watkins Glen, signed by driver Greg Biffle and his entire pit crew. If you supported more than one of these collaborative efforts, you have an additional chance to win. See Chris Ann after the breakfast to claim the deck lid. And the deck lid is, I think, right in front of that screen. The winner. The winner is Alabama 811.
Wow.
Congratulations. And so we're back at it again this year. We've got another sweepstakes, thanks to Shell and Gwinnett. Hi, Gwinnett. Where are you? Thanks to Shell and Gwinnett, we will launch the Fly Away to Phoenix on April 1st. No, it's not April Fool's, April 1st. Stay tuned for more info. There'll be a nice trip at the end of this to Phoenix next November, I believe, early November. Thanks to those who've already funded it, sponsored it, and we'll keep on funding and sponsoring some of the other events that we have from the CGA. Through these collaborative efforts, we've raised an additional $100,000 to promote the 811 message of safety. Although we don't buy advertising, reports indicated that we reached approximately $4 million in advertising equivalency for 2013. As you can see in the financial snapshot at your tables this morning, the Common Ground Alliance continues to operate well financially. In 2013, we increased our revenue from membership by 3% over 2012. And I want to take a minute to highlight just how important the CGA sponsors are to our bottom line. They provide 81% of our current member-generated revenue. To sustain and grow many of our CGA programs, including 811 and DIRT, the CGA must continue to increase revenue through sponsorship. Hopefully, during this morning's meeting at CGA's booth and throughout the conference, you can see that we are focused on thanking and recognizing our sponsors. They are truly vital to our current and continued success. A big thank you to those who bumped up sponsorship level or higher in 2013 and 14. These sponsors are highlighted in the back of the financial overview. Many who got here early this morning saw photos scrolling down from our sponsor reception last night. We wanted to thank you and wanted to thank you last night as well as they pay tribute to you this morning. For those of you who are here this morning as a first-year sponsor, I thank you. To those who bumped up, I thank you as well. Continued funding is paramount to the success. Our board is actively involved in working our strategic plan. They are also aware of the increase in funding that will be necessary to execute some of the key growth initiatives, including additional research projects, new technology, and additional staff.